Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Wandering Village. I'm Evie Greenbottle, and life on the ground seems quite peaceful at the moment. People seem, other than the 4 people who are poisoned, relatively happy, and I think we're just poisoned because Onbu is lying down, and we are in the mountains biome. Life is about to get a lot less peaceful, though, I imagine, as we head into the ruins, and the ruins are quite difficult, right? They are not the easiest places to be, but we're going to do our best there. We've got 2 elephants living on Onbu, so we're going to need to keep an eye on Onbu's hunger, his poison levels, his sleepiness, in general, everything, just because that is introducing kind of like a new risk to Onbu. They do increase Onbu's heart rate, which will tire out Onbu a bit faster, I believe. So we'll keep an eye. Ooh, a new air well has been constructed because we are trying to collect a lot of water. One of the things is we need to get the tomato plantation underway. So we're at 130 of the 250 we need now. That's difficult to keep up and maintain though, because every time we plant herbs or mushrooms or beets, we are using water up. So yeah, getting the 2 new air wells in will help. They're kind of in a weird spot. They're not really near anything at the moment, but probably eventually we'll have farms somewhere here. Oh yes, I've put a farm in here actually, so we do have a farm going in here, and that will hopefully be helping grow food. Then we've got a kitchen there, so we'll have those things kind of all nearby. Why did I choose to put it over here though? Feels strangely far. Oh, because it was for the pest control, wasn't it? So that one's specifically for the pest control. We might want to put another kitchen in at some point that's more special for this farm in particular. Now, we could maybe put it in between these 2 things, in between the farm and the berry gatherer. And then in this area, if we had a kitchen, oh no, we want the bakery rather. That's what I'm thinking of, the bakery. So we want this to be doing wheat, then we'd have the windmill, the bakery, and then we could be making berry macaroons in that spot. So we'll have to keep that in mind as we go forward. And speaking of like kind of keeping that, oh yeah, and we have these berries up here now coming in, which is good. This is the wood choppers. Gonna move them actually to this area over here where we just talked about, because then we can kind of get that ready. Plus there's lots of trees in the area that need to come down. Water is going up though, kind of. It kind of jumps up and then comes back down again. The scavenging party has brought back 30 salt and 20 clay. There's nothing else within range for them to go and do though until Onbu wakes up. We're just gonna kind of hang out, and I think that's probably okay. We need to figure out how we're going to survive the ruin biome though. It is quite dangerous. Do we have decontaminators? Is that a thing that we've done so far? Because I have a feeling it's not. Let's just come in here and take a look, because if it's not, we might need to do that. Decontaminator is right here. We would need 50 slabs for that. I feel like that might be priority over tomato. I don't know. We're still 100 water away from that, but we're also still a ton of stone slabs away. So let's keep tomato plantation. Let's see if we can get more stone slabs coming in. In fact, I do kind of feel like maybe it's time just to have like a second stonemason. I wish I could put it, I mean, I can put it there, but then it's going to take out that road, which I think is actually just really annoying, so I don't want to do that. A second stonemason, which I'm going to put, I don't know where. Maybe it'd be good to have a stonemason near the front of Onbu, because we've got one in the back, and what if we had one also in the front? It's just like wherever you get stone, we end up getting a lot of stone actually from the scavenging hut. So maybe a stonemason over here is a good idea, and a second carpenter over on this side as well. So that way when we do get stone and wood from scavengers, those are nearby to be immediately filled up. And then, yeah, these ones are kind of just the ones at the back of one. I hate how that one is there. It drives me actually nuts. Kind of want to deconstruct it and just like move it up, but that also seems very silly. Ooh, Onbu is getting up, which is good because we have 2 scavenging parties back and nowhere for them to go at the moment. We're just gonna wait because we definitely want to go to like the derelict lab. Lots of potentially really good stuff to get from there. We can't go to the poison forest though because we just don't have the gear for it. But there's a derelict lab there as well. Well, a few derelict labs around, so we'll keep an eye on those, and then hopefully we can send our villagers out to those spots. There's a lot of stuff that we've asked them to work on, so we'll just see how they go. This water tank seems like the thing we want. Water is coming in at a good clip. When we move, oh no, I just realized something. When we go into the ruin biome, we're not going to be getting water, we're going to be getting tainted water. And we can't deal with tainted water at the moment, so our water supply is just going to be going down and down and down. Oh, these tomatoes are going to be impossible, aren't they? That is very unfortunate. I mean, it's kind of maybe better, because if we started the tomatoes now, we would just run out of water, and that could be bad. Oh, someone wants to talk to us, though. Elder Theodore's here. We have received another transmission. Hello? Can you hear us? Village on Onbu, can you hear us? Hello? Yes, we can hear you. What do you need? Greetings. My name is Ariane, and I'm the lead. I don't know how to say that actually. Arian? Ariane? Ariana? I don't know. I'm the leader of the wandering caravan in search of greener pastures. One of our advanced scouting parties spotted you. Yeah, we do stick out a bit. You do, but tell me, is that really an Onbu that you're living on? Absolutely. It's been our home for a while now. I can't believe it. Even if you've only just been a mirage, the sight alone has raised the spirits of my people considerably. And that has given me an idea. Tell me, do you have the capacity to make fireworks? Fireworks? Why? What is there to celebrate? Nothing in particular, but something tells me that a celebration could remind them of better times and lift their spirits even further. A festival, full of music, laughter, and lights that cut through the darkness, proves that there is beauty to be found even in the darkest of times. Will you help me give this gift to both of our people? Sounds interesting, we'll see what we can do. Alright, build at least 5 firework launchers, research and build a community plaza, and start an Onbu birthday festival. Okay, that's quite a big ask, and we've just hit day 69. Nice, but also our villager needs have increased to 9. Not nice, if I'm honest. That is a bit of a problem. Now, our water tanks are full. This one up here was just complaining that it was full. We've got... Oh, yeah, we're now... Heavy pollution. Air wells are going to produce tainted water. This is bad news. Our water levels are no longer going to be going up. They're going to be stuck at 215, but the tainted water is coming in. So we've got 70 tainted water already. And we can't drink tainted water. What we can do is use the evaporator, which is right here, to clean it. So I suppose we have the seawater collector already. We need to get the evaporator. I'm going to have to switch that out. So neither the decontaminator nor the tomatoes are coming in. The evaporator has to be the next priority because we're going to need to be able to turn that tainted water into drinkable water. And that actually is going to be fairly important. But we are in our very, very first ruins biome. Let's go and give Onbu something to eat because he is quite hungry and I don't know if there's anything coming up. So we'll just feed him a mushroom ball. We may also need to turn the Onbu kitchen back on because we're down to just 1 remaining mushroom ball after we eat that one. And this kitchen is currently making mushroom stew. We've got so many berries and quite a lot of beets. I'm going to switch this over to beet soup. I'm going to also ask that we build another kitchen somewhere over here. I think here would be good. But I need to get rid of that and get rid of this tent. And I don't think these are doing much anymore. So as far as decorations go, they can go and we'll get our materials back from them. And I think some of the more of the tents can go. I don't know. Oh, total housing 52, total people rather 52 and total housing is 59. So we can't get rid of too many of those. That would be a problem. But we can now put that kitchen in. We'll make that kitchen more of a priority, even though I do need those stone slabs. For other things. Okay, there's another one here, and his party's come back with 1 Onbu health potion and 2 ancient notes. That is actually really, really good, and hopefully that will help us. Onbu still needs more food, so we're going to feed him the last mushroom ball. But we do have someone in here working on making more, and we've turned this off of mushrooms so our supply of mushrooms can come back in because they are getting a bit low. Though we do have the 2 mushroom farms, so we might actually be able to afford making food for ourselves using the mushrooms, but also food for Onbu. But it'd be nice to have a bit bigger of a supply. All right, there you go. Glowing Onbu as he walks through the ruin biome. Oh, the glowing is already ended. Daytime came quicker than I was. We are going to have to go past an infested skyscraper, though. A massive structure overgrown by the fungus. Passing it will expose us to a devastating amount of spores. That is honestly not what you want to hear. A devastating amount of spores. That is truly, truly unfortunate. But Onbu looks happy, so I guess it's not all doom and gloom. Now I am curious, are either of these... Oh, it looks like both of them might be taking us into a desert. Now, a desert is not great, but we'll worry about that in a second. Because we've got a decision to make. At the Rusty Gate, the scavenging team encounters a massive rusted gate barring their path. Old warnings scrawled up nearby hint at valuable research materials. The gate is stuck, but with the right tools, it might be possible to open it safely. So we can let the scavengers pry open the gate. That would use some of our tools. Now, we can create tools, but not yet. We're kind of a long ways away from the technology to create more tools, so they are not a great resource to just be wasting. We can attempt to open the gate using makeshift tools, which might work or it might not. Or this gate looks very fortified. As if we're not meant to pass through it, let us scavenge the entrance for anything valuable. Tools are precious to us, but so could be what's in there. So without much struggle, the gate groans open. Inside, the team finds several test tubes filled with experimental substances. And we've got an experimental health potion and an experimental energy booster. Now, both of these things can be good, but they can also be devastating as well. Our kitchen has gotten built, so let's get that up and running. We'll just put one worker in there for now, doing berry muesli. You've got the berry bushes right side by here. That should be good. I mean, there's also berries up there, but we don't necessarily want to be bringing them all the way over, although they just might do that. Who is this? Emmeline is bringing the berries over. I guess because the only pantry's here, so this is where they want to fill up, but this is actually full. It's a nice short walk here to go to the pantry from the kitchen. So hopefully that is all good. Now with that scavenger party back, I can't reach anything else. Oh, you can send them to the settlement here. And they might get those 3 tools back that we wasted. So that would be quite good. I wanted to check something. We're trying to get the evaporator, which is important. Cactus and corn, we already have. Okay, so that's fine. That's what I was worried about because we are going to the desert and I need to make sure that we are going to be able to survive the desert. Oh dear. And surviving is a problem. People are unhappy. And do you know what? I think it's just that we don't really have good enough stuff yet. We need to get some more houses for them to live in. The flop house is not cutting it. We don't have enough huts built. People are still living in tents in the flop house, which is just terrible. And they're not really here for it. They're complaining a bit about that. We're just not getting their general happiness up enough. What we could do to help out is run a festival of some sort. A little cheerful gathering might do just for a bit of a pinch. We seem to be very low on herbs, and I'm assuming that's just because people are constantly poisoned and our doctors are just constantly using them. We do have 2 workers in here, and the herbs should be growing really well in this biome, so it's not all terrible. The only other thing would be maybe to make another herbalist. You can never really have too many herbalists, I don't think. As long as you've got the water to keep them running, herbalists are pretty important. So where's the doctor? The doctor's there, but we are gonna actually at some point have to have more doctors. Maybe we'll put a herbalist up here, because then... Actually, what if we put a herbalist in over here? There's not a ton of space. It doesn't need all the space though. Put a herbalist up here, because the Onbu pharmacy uses herbs, so that would be like really nice and close for the Onbu pharmacy to bring in herbs. So we'll do that, I think. It's not a huge priority, but it's something that we definitely want to be doing at some point. I have nowhere for a scavenging party to go out at. We've got a choice to make here though. I mean, we have to go through this infested skyscraper, but that's not the choice. But the choice is to go and deal with this small spore cloud and possible sandworm nest, or deal with this small spore cloud and a heat wave. Now, literally nothing will grow in a heat wave. I mean, the cactus will, but yeah, nothing else. But sandworms could also be bad. So sandworms can burrow into Onbu's back and hurt Onbu. But it does increase the speed growth of like the crop, so you win some, you lose some in a way. Our villagers are still very unhappy though. I guess, oh yeah, they're very unhappy because we're going through this spore cloud, and that is not great. You can see things getting infected on Onbu's back. Lots and lots of stuff infecting Onbu. So we're going to need workers who are free and available to go and deal with that. I don't know who. I think we'll just take workers out of each of the farms maybe, so that they can help. And then we're gonna need to go and collect those. So all of these spores need to be selected and cleaned up as best as we can before they spread too much. And we don't have that decontaminator, so this is like kind of devastating for us. And we could find ourselves in a bit of hot water here with all of these spores and no decontaminators, because while we can go and like punch these spores to death, it takes a long time. It's really slow, and the spores will just keep spreading, and our people punching them will get poisoned, which will make them stop working, and it's just kind of all bad. Let's take you out of there because we just need the spare workers. I'm gonna take one of you out of there. We don't have any pests at the moment, so let's just close this for a second, because yeah, these are already getting massively out of control. These are already huge over here. There's giant trees. Yeah, we need to hopefully go and get that. We've got 9 spare workers. I don't really feel like that's enough. We could stop getting some tainted water. Maybe I'll close both of these air wells temporarily, because tainted water is not really helping us. You guys can't do any research at the moment, so we'll close that off as well. That's giving us 14 workers to go and work on that. Might be okay. Going to choose the sandworm path. We're gonna head north, I think. Sandworms are not great, but if they make the crops grow faster, it could be okay. I don't think they'll make the spores grow faster. Although, to be honest, they might. I honestly, I'm not sure. And that would be quite bad. It all feels kind of bad. We're going to close these temporarily as well because there's nothing out there for them to do. And these spores are a massive priority. So getting those punched is going to be more important, especially like, look at that. That's really taken out all of those trees because now those trees can't be cured or anything. They're just going to be destroyed. We're not going to be getting any resources from them. I mean, we might get fungal spores from them, but we won't get any wood from them. And that is really quite upsetting. All right, many of our villagers are also poisoned. We've got 19 poisoned villagers, which is actually insane. And we'll possibly not survive that. We might lose some villagers, which would be quite upsetting, if I'm honest. Yeah, it looks like people are poisoned everywhere. Let's close you as well. We're also not feeding Onbu at the moment, so let's close you to help. We'll keep going with let's close the Onbu pharmacy for a minute so that you are helping. We've got 21 workers who should just be doing stuff. Although we are going through another poison cloud, so that's unfortunate as well. We've got a mild infestation going on Onbu's back, so it's slowly poisoning Onbu over time, of course, because like he's got just so much going on his back. Right, our villagers are growing impatient, ensure their needs are met or some are going to leave soon. They're literally at 0 happiness. 26 of them are currently poisoned, which is truly insane. Our 2 doctors cannot cope with that at all. I mean, I can put in another doctor's office, but it's not going to be ready in time to actually help us. I feel like putting one up here would be okay. Near the front of us, Onbu, this is literally the worst place to lie down. So we're gonna ask Onbu to walk. He is tired, but if he lies down here, we're just gonna have way too much poison. We need to be out, we need to be in the desert. There's no poison in the desert. Even if he lands in this sandworm nest, I would honestly rather have sandworms at the moment than continue to have these poisoned villagers. They are going to be so unhappy. They're all going to end up leaving. It's going to be a very bad time. And now we are in the desert, so things aren't going to be growing as well. We're going to need to switch this over to cactus. Oh, I didn't get that farm. Well, I do have this farm built. This one is going to be for corn. We're going to just select that area, and we are going to have to put some workers in there to be getting that corn. And that's going to be cactus. We're going to need workers in there as well. This is kitchen, and it should be making us the poached eleflea eggs, actually. And we do have a few of them. That will give our villagers kind of a boost in their food quality, which might be really helpful. Air wells have low productivity. Yeah, villagers are on the brink of leaving. I think we are going to lose some of them, which does suck a little bit. But at least we're out of the desert. So now we're just trying to clear up these last bits of poison. We have no water. Oh, that is rough. That is very rough because we don't get water in the desert either. So the only chance is the cactus to get water, which means nothing is growing. We're going to have really bad food supply issues in a second. This is very, very unfortunate. Not going to lie. This is kind of as bad as it gets. It's not. There is still poison spores. Oh, there's still poison spores everywhere. Okay. It would be... Okay, 5 of our villagers did leave. That is unfortunate. I did kind of see that happening. It's going to... I mean, okay. Is it unfortunate though? Or does it help us? Because we need to clear up all of this poison. We're having problems with our herbs. We're having problems with food. Well, we're about to have problems with food because we have no water. We can't get water here, so we need this cactus to grow. That's going to take some time. In fact, we can close all these air wells because the air wells won't do anything in this biome. So we might as well get those workers back. But there's nothing for those workers to do. I mean, come and punch that stuff. I guess we can put the workers back in here. We definitely need more doctors. So another village doctor would be great. Our people are happy enough-ish, kind of, which is something. Beet soup, we are out of beets, so that's going to be a problem. I'm going to switch this back to mushroom stew. We've got a couple of Onbu food balls again. I'm going to close that off. Onbu is hungry, so we will have to feed him when he wakes up. But in the meantime, I think it's okay. Also, these scavenging parties, if we could get those back, there are some places around to go. If we could get water there, that would be really, really important and just really good. Luckily, Onbu is sleeping here, so we should have a bit of time. I'm going to send the party out there. Hopefully at the oasis, they can get that 50 water. that will help us immensely. And it looks like we've slept actually just before the sandworm, so even though it looks like sandworms are jumping through Onbu, I think he's actually okay at the moment. So that's kind of worked out in our favor of, like, not much has worked out in our favor, but that has. And luckily when all of those villagers left, we didn't lose Hepster. So just a reminder, if you become a channel member for $2.99 or something, you can get your own person into the Wandering Village, and we're going to see how long you survive. So here we've got Hepster hanging out in the hornblower, working hard. Ooh, a centrifuge. I don't have Onbu blood. So the scavenging party discovers a centrifuge in the lab. A flashing indicator reveals that the blood container is empty, preventing its operation. We could tinker with the machine, or we could take our time to study the lab equipment before doing anything dangerous. You know what? Let's just tinker with the machine. What's going to happen? The scavengers bypassed the blood requirement by tampering with the machine's mechanisms. They managed to extract a small dose of fluid before the machine malfunctions. +3 Onbu energy booster. That is good. So we could keep Onbu boosted with energy. We don't have what we would need to run that at the moment, but it is good. Set the scavenging party back out. I do want to get them to this dune at some point as well, so we'll have to see when the next group comes back. As far as everything goes, we still have these bits of poison. Oh, I didn't high prioritize these, so nobody cares, which is a little unfortunate. Let's go. Can you go get these infested mushrooms and berry bushes? That would be helpful. And oh, we better open up this again because those things will lay eggs. We're just about to lay an egg here. Oh, and this one actually has already laid an egg. And the egg has even hatched, which is not ideal. 3 is maybe fine. We'll keep an eye on it. 3 might be okay. There's still poison spores back here. Oh, food management tab, go away. It's not what I was looking for. Okay. It's just tricky to find them in the woods. But I think we've got them there. We'll have to just see. Keep a close eye on that and see if the poison all clears up. Our people are better. We don't have any poison people now, so that is good. We can lower the priority on the village doctor that we were building here. The cactus is starting to come in. We do have some water from it, which is good, which means everything can start growing again. They've started planting the corn here. Corn is really slow to grow, so as far as, like, it is a good food source, it does grow very, very slowly. Poached elefleas. We don't have any more poached elefleas. I'm going to switch this over to berry muesli. It's a bit of a ways to walk up to this granary to get the berries, but we don't have any more poached elefleas. People are coming and eating the omelets though, so that is a nice source of food, and it gives us a bit of variety, so it's handy. We have water because the scavenging party returned with 50 water and 15 sand, so that was good. We'll send them back off to the dune. There is another oasis up here that 150 water. That would be really good if we could get that and actually get 150 water. That would be really helpful. Now the cactus will be good. It just isn't quite everything that we need. It's not going to get us to 250 by any means. Oh, Onbu is waking up. Woo! We're in for a bumpy ride. I don't know. I think if he walks past the sandworms, we might. No, I spoke too quickly. So we got sandworms, so... Oh, do we have sandworms? No, it just says that there's sandworms in the ground, so we're okay. So we'll have to just see. We don't want Onbu to get infested with sandworms. It would be a little unfortunate because they hurt Onbu. Oh, he is already hurting though. He's at 96% health, so he did take some damage. I think it was because he tried to lay down because he was tired and I forced him to stay awake, which is not ideal. Send off our scavenging party over here to this quarry. Ooh, the village doctor has been constructed as well as the stonemason. Stonemason is actually the one that we want because we do need more stones. Oh, it looks like we are out of stones. Those guys are working though. It's just not the fastest thing in the world. Oh, and we are able to build quarries now, right? That was a thing that we've done. So it might be worth getting a quarry built so that we'll put one here. It's going to get rid of our roads, but it's better than trying to get rid of other things. Build a quarry here. We can start getting rid of these boulders. That's going to give us 1,000 stone, which is going to be really helpful. And someone else wants to speak to us. Someone is contacting us through the antenna tower. Greetings, travelers. You have the privilege of listening to the holy word of Antos, leader of the ancient order of Onbu. So it is true. Our scouts have reported the silhouette of a venerable Onbu rising above the horizon. It's been hundreds of years since we were last graced by their presence. You are blessed. We of the Order believe that the Onbus must remain free from human exploitation, for it is humanity's past transgressions that have caused them great suffering. Therefore, we ask that you prove your loyalty to the Onbu by creating a strong bond of trust with it. If you are able to prove your worth, we shall entrust you with a holy relic that has been in the possession of our Order since the Great Fall, a divine seed. We will be in touch. Ooh, we need those seeds. So we just need to become besties with our Onbu. And I actually think we could do that. It's not impossible to become besties with our Onbu. I need to also make sure that we've got the workers in the buildings that we need to have workers in. Because I did take some out. Oh, this herbalist is also ready. Hold on, just stop trying to do that. And you can leave those berry bushes alone. And we'll put some workers in there. And we probably need to put... I built this hut up here like a maniac. We probably need some water up here that would be gathering because we don't have any. Not that it's going to help us at the moment, but it would help us in the future. So we'll just stick that in there. That'll be a nice little close by water source. Scavenging party has brought back 40 sand, and there's a dune here. There's also wandering sandworms that are now on their way towards us. Not ideal, but it's something that we'll just have to deal with when they come by. But we'll be doing that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We've got tons of quests on the go. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a comment. All of those things super help the algorithm, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.